Howdy folks, it's Angel here from Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. Just gotta say, it's freaking cold outside. um, Man, thought we would get a ease into the springtime coming soon, but Canada doesn't disappoint, I guess. It hits us with some negative 30, 40 degrees weather here. Man, we were doing so well. You know, I don't mind the -5, 10, even 20 for that matter. But when it hits that 30 negative Celsius, that's it. I don't know how the folks in Winnipeg and more North Canada, I don't know how they do it. But if I see, I'm close to Toronto and everything, and we get the lake, and even in Oshawa here, it's this weird pocket where it doesn't necessarily get hit as hard as the rest of the country, but god dang it, it hit now. Anyways, just means we stay inside. We give thanks to the roof over our heads, and you know, food and shelter and warmth and everything. A thing I might do, maybe not today, but tomorrow I might do the old, like what we do here. It's really cool. We take old sweaters and hats and toques and scarves and gloves and everything. It's a weird thing, but it's been happening over the last couple of years. And we actually, in the park, or even especially downtown, we'll just hang them up on mailboxes, on trees, or on like fire hydrants, or posts and fences and stuff in the downtown area. We just put our extra old toques and hats and gloves and stuff for the unfortunate, you know, homeless or unfortunate folks that don't have those things. And it's a really nice thing. When first I was like, what the heck? Someone like left a toque hanging in a tree, but you know what they're there for. So that's a thing I might have to do tomorrow, is go out and do my scatter old toques and hats and stuff for the less fortunate. Anyways, today, what is it? 365 days of Angelito, day 44, and I'm going to talk about synchronicities. And it's really cool because as I was kind of getting ready to type this up and hit the broadcast button and everything, it was like 4:44 p.m. and it's day 44 of my 365-day video series here. So, synchronicities. A lot of people think that they're just things that happen, coincidences, or hey, that's just whatever. It's just like nothing to be alarmed about, or nothing to kind of look into or acknowledge. But essentially, it's the universe's way of saying that you're on, at least on the path. And if it resonates true in your heart and your gut and your soul, it's saying that you're on the right path. Now, what the right path is to you, me, the other person, this, that, the other, it's completely subjective, and it's just how you portray it or look into it. But to me, synchronicities to me are a magical thing. It's almost the last key in, say, the process of law of attraction and things like that, of manifestation. Because what are the steps off the top of my head? Well, really, steps of manifesting and law of attraction and bringing things into your life is first you image the thought. It's like, hey, I want $5,000 a week, or I need this, or I want that, or a trip, or more healthy body, etc., etc., whatever you want. You image it. That's all. Okay, just image it. Okay, that's all cool. You do have to feel it and believe it, because without feeling, that's the generation the electromagnetic force that causes the universe to say, hey, someone is wanting something out there, or they're wishing a manifestation to occur. So you got to feel it. A lot of people cheat on this one, and they say, and they reverse psychologize their brain to thinking, oh, it's like, say, oh, I want $5,000 a week, or I want it, like, you know, your online business, or you want to like create something. They image it, but see, that's why I say the feeling has to be the feeling. You have to believe that feeling. You have to actually feel it. Like, it has to be believable for you. And if something's not believable, then just reduce it into something that is believable. But whatever, that meaning, a lot of people cheat this and say, oh yeah, I want $1,000,000, and then automatically in their brain, subconsciously, whatever, in their gut, in their heart, it's saying, the brain automatically, like, it says, no, you can't do that, that's impossible, we've never done that before, it rarely happens, you don't win lotteries, you don't do it. Like, all these negative thoughts come in, and they're like, okay, yeah, law of attraction, I'm feeling it, I'm believing it, I'm imaging it, but like, that's cheating, folks. Like, when you automatically say, okay, I want like $5,000 this week, and then your brain, and then you say, okay, I image, I believe, and you can feel it. Intuition and feeling is a very key thing to get used to this year. Okay, you'll like psych yourself out, and then even if you don't hear it or whatever, your subconscious mind will say, fuck that shit, that's not going to work, and you're like, oh yeah, I still believe it, I believe it, and then no, it's already programmed. It's already programmed to the universe saying that it won't happen. So instead of like say 5,000, just say whatever. Hey, let's work towards $250. You know, let's make $50 or whatever. Let's lose 2 pounds. You know, don't say, oh, I gotta lose 50 pounds. You know, you just like, hey, let's just lose 2 pounds. And when that happens, it actually causes. It's like there's what's it called? A tipping point there of belief, and then it'll say, yeah, two pounds is easy, we could do 2 pounds this week. Boom. Once that hits, okay, all you gotta do after that, so you image it, you feel it, you let it go. With zero expectations of how it's going to manifest in your life, or how you're going to actually complete that task. Just let it go about your day in a calm, cheerful manner. And you need not even go, like, you don't have to repeat it. You don't have to go like, oh yeah, I believe it, da da da, in 2 pounds, I'm gonna lose 2 pounds, or I'm gonna make the $250 this week, da da da. You don't have to reiterate that to the universe, or you already said it. Like, you said it 2 days ago, you said it yesterday, you said it this morning, whatever. You don't have to reiterate it, because by reiterating it, you're telling the universe that, hey, universe, I don't think it's working. Hello, I'm trying to remind you. It doesn't need, or universe doesn't need reminders. All right, bottom line, it doesn't need reminders. It knows instantaneously. It knows. You let it go, and then this is where the synchronicities come into play. Plug this in before I lose battery. Synchronicities come into play when you go about your day in a calm and cheerful manner. You just got to be open up to even the strangest things that happen, like that 444 or 1111, or like I always say, like on my walks or whatever, when a feather or a leaf blows by my face. I find a lot of things. When Star Wars was, coming out the tail end of last year, I was just thinking of Star Wars and thinking that was cool. And I was thinking of like making necklaces and all this other kind of stuff. So I'm like, yeah, Star Wars, da da da. But then I was like thinking of like necklaces and jewelry and whatnot. Lo and behold, I go for a walk and I find this on the ground. Okay, yeah, sure, it might be from a toy, or it might be from whatever at the park, and some kid, like, it dropped off the thing, or it was on a stroller or something. But the fact of the matter is that it was something I was thinking of, and I was like, okay, yeah, da 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 da, and all of a sudden, Star Wars symbol, boom. Okay, there's many aspects. There's even other things too. Another one, okay. That's why I love walks, guys, because the synchronicities and the manifestations, they occur. And when you find a synchronicity, the best thing to do is just say, thank you, universe. All right, I'm on my path. Now, the Star Wars thing may not have been, okay, that's an exact match to, like, oh, something regarding Star Wars, but I could bet you sometime that week, I probably made more commissions in my online business than the previous week. See what I'm saying? Like, this was a synchronicity, just telling me that I'm on the right path. And then lo and behold, I check, PayPal, and I see more commissions in my thing. Another one right here. Look at this. I walking along. Now, I'm not going to say, I can't even remember what synchronicity this was, but I found this bracelet. Really cool bracelet. All right. Check what it says on here. All the time I think of you. All the time I think of you. Okay, all the time I think of you. Now, to me, obviously, it might be like a bracelet you get for your friend, your girlfriend, boyfriend, your lover, whatever, right? But to me, that's a synchronicity of all the time I think of you, meaning I think of the one, I think of the universe, or I think of myself, even, for that matter. I mean, it's like something that's sinking in. There's like tons of other stuff. What other? Okay, anyways, I'll just kind of keep it short at that today, because I guess it's synchronicities, but it's also like a lesson in manifestation. You image something, you feel it, you believe it, you let it go, zero expectations. And what I like doing, that's why I like going on walks or getting outside, getting, not even spending so much time online or cramped in, because before, in my depressive days, I used to like just cramp in my house and just like be under the covers and like not want to do anything. But in order for the universe to actually give you stuff, you have to get out. So you got to get out of your comfort zone, get out of your house, get out and do things in the world. Doesn't matter. Grocery shop, banking stuff, this, that, even commuting to work or whatever you have to do in a calm and cheerful manner. And then when you see things like bracelets show up, check this, like feathers show up, here, there's another one. I'll show you that one real quick. This is kind of attached to a bunch of other things, and I don't want to really unattach it, but check out that feather right there. Oh, it's yellow. Look at that. But it's blue on this side. You don't necessarily see these blue feathers up here in Ontario. You know what I'm saying? And I don't necessarily even think that's a blue jay feather, because we do have blue jays, but I don't think that's even... Anyways, when things like that, leaves blow by, or even, here's a weird one. The other month when my friend passed away there, and I'll tell you, we don't see so many big freaking birds so much. There are a little bit, but you don't see them so much out here, because I'm more in a suburbia city-ish kind of spot here. But you don't see like hawks or falcons, like big ass, like 6-foot wingspan kind of birds fly by. But when Travis passed away, I shit you not, I walked outside, I was crying. I was like, fuck this shit, this can't be true. you know but I was like saying, Travis, buddy, I'm gonna keep on walking the path. Just show me a sign that you're with me. And a fucking huge goddamn falcon. I'm not even sure, like, it can't be hawk, or I think they're falcon or hawks around, like, more north. Anyways, But one huge motherfucking bird just flew right by me, and I was like, well, I guess that's him. You know what I mean? So I guess that's my little stories of to be in tune with synchronicities. And oh yeah, I want to end with this on this story, manifestations, coincidence, and that's kind of with the synchronicity topic of today. If you take the words, because I'm learning a lot about etymology or whatever it's called, like languages and how all of that's like tied in. I'll get into way more because I'm learning a heck of a lot with that, and I want to share a lot because there's a lot of hidden codes in the just English language, guys. But what was I gonna say with that? Coincidence. People just think, oh, it's just a coincidence. It's nothing. It's like don't you need not put energy into that because it's just a coincidence. Well, if you look at the word incident, it means like incident, obviously, like something that happened, right? An occurrence, an event. The word co is not, and then when coincident, because it's just been kind of bastardized, thinking it's like some magical or some weird, what's another word for coincidence? Like a weird thing that you don't, luck or whatever, right? Like people think it's just lucky. Oh, it's just like a whatever. It's a lucky coincidence. Incidence is an event. Actually, it's co-creation, and actually co-creation with the creator or with other folks or the universe. So what actually coincidence mean, coincidence also is synchronicity. It means you and the universe in this aspect are creating an event. Not you, not just the universe, but both of you together are creating the event. It's a coincidence. Obviously, it's a coincidence. I hope that makes sense. It made sense when I first like stumbled upon that. But what I guess I'm trying to say about that is coincidences aren't just blind luck. It's actually saying the universe, or like say another individual, oh, you met a friend, or it's a da-da-da, or it's like, oh, he called me or she called me, or we met up at the right spot at the right time. Like, it's an event that is co-created by both of you at the proper time, meaning it's not luck. It's the universe's way of showing you you're on the right path towards your goals or towards whatever you want to manifest. Hope all of this is making sense. It makes sense in my local mind. Anyways, let's hit a tune and we'll end with all that. What does it feel like? What does it feel like? What do you guys want to hear? You know what? We'll do Breakdown. Breakdown's a cool song. I don't usually do it like, well, I haven't done it a lot at the open mics, but I'll do it like right now. This one's called Breakdown. I wrote it many years ago when I was in the depressive state, but still wanting to be very, what's it called? Very, very optimistic about the future. And, 10 years in the future, here we are after I've written this song. And to me, this song still rings true. And I love it very much. And this is for everyone out there. When your feelings break down, it's time to let go. Let it go. It's not the time or the place to be alone. Be alone. do you see? It's not me. Fill my cup with those empty memories to be free. Just leave the past, the hardest thing to choose. This life on your own, or let it find you. It'll find you. Do 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 just leave the past. The hardest thing to choose is a life on your own, or let it find you. It'll find you. Do 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 do. It'll find you. All right. Hey, I haven't done this one in a long time. Let's end with this. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Coffee's good on a cold day. Who's kidding who? Coffee's good all the time. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them blue for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, the clouds of white, bright blessed day, cold sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors in the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, a save on the faces of the people walking by. I see friends shaking hands. How do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I see babies cry, and then they grow. They learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I think to myself, what a wonderful world. right, folks. That's it out of me. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening to my little synchronicity rant explanation. There's a lot of really good things coming down the pipe, so keep in tune with me. Yeah, I worked long and hard to live a life of freedom. My whole life, but especially for the last little bit, the last few years, especially. Freedom to me is just living a life under my own terms, kind of, not rebellious, but kind of rebellious in a way. Wanting to do the things in life that I really love doing. And I used to chase the old, I can, live on the beaches of the world and I have $1 million and I can flash this and check out my PayPal account and like all that. And really the things that matter to me the most is just complete freedom in my mind, body, and soul. That I have my friends and family, my lovers, the haters, and music, art, Lily, wherever the hell Lily is. I think she's cuddled up somewhere. And honestly, guys, that's really what makes the most out of life, is just inner peace. However, it's going to be a heck of a lot of fun to create a ton of money and travel the world and hit up all the energy centers and the beaches of the world and work from my laptop from whenever, however, and wherever I want. And to me, that is a life of freedom, playing the music, performing, and meeting new people all around the world. So I got a lot of projects, a lot of systems, a lot of digital mechanical systems. If you really want to learn about all that kind of stuff, then just click the link below or get in touch with me on the Facebook machine, my blogs, my Twitters, my everything. The whole idea of these 365 days of Angelito is to show that and this is what I've fought my whole life for, we don't have to work a 9-to-5 job if we don't have to. We don't have to commute. Those days sucked. The hour to work, working an 8-hour day or more, usually more, commuting an hour back, being dead tired and burnt out and not having enough time for my arts and music and things like that, and things I really love to do. And then this internal peace that I've kind of battled within my mind, my heart, my soul, and just having that complete freedom of expression and freedom of living, really. Because I've been studying a lot of the alien stuff, the mystical stuff, the astrology kind of stuff, and all the conspiracy theory type stuff, and I still study it because I love that. I love piecing together, but really what it comes down to, I just want a holistic view of what living life on Earth is all about. Because we can be, as spiritual as we want, as Palladian and Arcturian and cosmic as we want. But when it really comes down to it, guys, we're still in a 3-dimensional body. We live here on the Earth. We live here, and the whole joy of everything is to take those 5-dimensional concepts and apply them to the 3-dimensional world. Because by doing that, you actually, God gave us the 5 senses, these 5 human senses here, for a reason. And it's because there's a heck of a lot of love and awesome feeling that you can have by just being in your 3-dimensional body. But knowing that there's this 5-dimensional, 6, 7, 8-dimensional kind of like all the way up to the 72th dimension that we can experience. But it all starts by just being grounded right here on Earth. So that's the reason why I have the internet business, that I want to live a life of freedom, that I want to teach it to all you folks out there, because there's no good reason why we should be doing things that don't matter to us. You know what I mean? Life is here to be lived, and I'm here to teach it. I'm here to teach a way, if it resonates with you. I'm teaching. You know, that's why I call it Tao Life, Tao Life, Tao, the artists of life. The artist of life. The artists of life. That's what we are. Just create your own reality. All right? That's about it. I don't know where that came from, top of my head. Peace. Namaste. I love you all. Take care of one another, and we'll talk very soon. All right? Bye.